Okay. Hello, I'm Stephanie Chanel. This is Burning Candle Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Shout out to all the readers that came before me. Shout out to the readers that shall come. May we get into and get out of whatever as we need. Okay. Um, what's going on? I got my energy a little bit more under control. Like if you see like the other video on here where I was like real hype. Oh, still hype, but I got my energy more full. Full. I can't even. Let me tell you one thing about me. Six of Pentacles. All right. Ace of Cups. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. This one, I'm going to take my time and see if I can upload like a longer video. I don't know. I'm going to see. I'm going to see how this goes. Okay. So I'm like doing cards like even different than I usually read. Like when I just be reading. You know, like as you would say, practice or mastering a craft. So we got the Ace of Cups at the top. On one side, we got a Fool and a Six of Pentacles. On the other side, we have a Ten of Wands and an Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So, if you have decisions of the heart, okay, so if you have decisions that need to be made and need to be weighed, right? But your heart space is in a way where it's hard to choose when a heart is involved. Yeah. It's hard to choose when a heart is involved. When the heart, your heart, a heart is involved, it's very hard to choose. And so this is two sides to an option where you don't want to choose with your heart, or you don't want to make a decision because of your heart space is shared for whatever reason. So on one side we have the Fool card, which is a little baby on this picture. It's a little baby on that one. But the Fool card is, you know, if you at the edge of the cliff, I mean, courage to jump, faith to fall, and be okay with the outcome. When you have nothing else, you know, it's nothing else going on. Like you at the edge of the cliff, like it's one of them where you just have to walk for miles and miles and miles and miles. You eventually have to find a way down, across, and back up. Just be, you know, it's hard. However, it's a new beginning. And it's one where you don't have to worry about what happened when you was on the other side of it, because you've overcome so much that that doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. And so the next thing is the Six of Pentacles. So here is where you decide, you take note of, this is mathematics. You start adding up who was there when you had to get across there, um who called you, who answered when you called, who needed you when you was down. Because like you can be completely all the way down. So I'm going, this the Six of Pentacles right here. The reason why I'm going here is because you can be completely down, but if it's somebody that helped you when you was like in a worse situation or something like that, you would even consider the little that you have to help them not be in such a bad spot. If you let me know if I'm coming, let me know, y'all, let me know now. So that's a Fool. You see what I mean? Because somebody else gonna be like, well, I really don't have it, you know, and honestly you don't. But it's like, okay, when you didn't have it, or when I, you know, either way, the point of the matter is like, when you come into new beginnings, you consider who was there, who gave back and forth and everything like that. And you may have to consider or understand that the people that did help you, even though it probably wasn't nobody, but the one, maybe somebody that helped, or you know, it's always gonna be somebody. Like you might not be able to do nothing for them in order to have the beginning that this is a blessing, that this is supposed to be this beginning, that this is gonna be you need to pour into yourself. You don't have anything to pour into someone else. And as soon as you look better, that's when people are going to feel like, okay, you have something that you can return a favor with. But if you return that favor, it keeps you on the same plateau. You understand? So you have to know when people really need you and when people are just trying to keep you on a level. Okay. On the other side of the Ace of Cups, we have a Ten of Wands, complete total exhaustion. This is total complete exhaustion when, you know what I'm saying, everything is okay, but you having a breakdown. Um, that's the energy of the card. On the other side, on the flip side, remember. So on the other side, it's like, okay, this is total exhaustion. I am like, this working like 4 12-hour shifts back to back. I like to say a night shifts. But it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be night shift because it's a hustle and a bustle in the day. And night is quiet. Even if it's chaotic, even if no matter what, it's gonna be much quieter. It just is. So I don't even know why I said that. Back to it. So Ten of Wands. But beside the Ten of Wands, the reason why this total exhaustion is here is because of Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is the mastery card. When I read this, it's mastery. This is mastery. I can produce it as many times. I know the recipe. I can cook this. I can bake this one. Like people that have recipes and be like, oh, when it's time to eat, it's like, oh, such and such macaroni and cheese, um, such and such potato salad. Like we know who pork chops we want hot off the grill. Like we know, and that's because they are master. They mastered that. And this could be energy because this is wands. So Ten of Wands is like all of the energy. Oh my gosh. It's all of the energy. So you would be tired, but you mastered it, but you tired. So like where you at on either side of that? Um, Figure it out. Now, I will say in this scenario, however, no matter what side you choose, because here's the thing about it is like when you make decisions, what are you basing them on? What is your decision making process? So that's the next thing I need to do is make like a decision making process video to analyze how do we come to a solution? How do we come? Let's use our intellect and make a choice. Because when you cannot decide because your heart, you have to use numbers. First of all, how does it equate to a victorious solution in the end? Even if you in the victorious solution, listen, you see, I was about to say, even if you in a victorious solution, and you don't get the Ace of Cups, what do? You know, it's a Knight of Wands here. You can take it and do whatever you want. The Knight of Wands is, I got energy. You know, I may or may not be young, but I'm vibrant. You know, I can ride a horse, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to me, like out of the knights, like I think the Knight of Swords is this front line, like at the battlefield, like they racing to it. Let's get it. But the Knight of Wands is the joust. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like a game, but it's not a game. It's entertainment, but you know, like it's people watching, but and um the man on the horse, what's his mindset? Because like you don't want to be the one to get busted, you know what I'm saying? So you full force ahead, and then it's like the victory card here, the Six of Wands. So you know you're gonna win the joust, you know what I mean? Like this for entertainment purposes, but I ain't playing. You know, that's what this is, you know, like And you know in the movies, like the Sir Lancelot movies, and they be jousting with the horses and the stick, plow, ta ta. You know what I mean? That's what this is. And this, somebody won. You won. We winning. Which way did we go to win? I don't know. How do we feel to win? I don't know. Like I said, this is about having an Ace of Cups. This is a little baby heart, little pink Care Bear heart. And that's my favorite Care Bear, so let me not make seem like there's no negative connotation, but there's somebody who heart is just squiggly, softy soft. I'm serious. I ain't for sure why. Oh, here we go. Why is the heart so squiggly, softy soft? Because you're weak. This Six of Cups. All right, so we gonna go. Okay, so we had the Six of Pentacles. This the Six of Cups. Softy, softy. Six of Cups. I shouldn't keep saying it like that because this is not. It's I love when people in their heart space, and people should love when people in their heart space. But it's such a scandalous place to be, because if the wrong person get a hold to you, but then if the right person get a hold to you, you know, like, and then you got the Six of Cups giving back and forth, back and forth. So it's going to be somebody where say you made the choice to go with the Fool and the Six of Pentacles, where you going back and forth, and this somebody that may have helped you, and now they reaching their hand out for a helping hand or some loving kindness to show in reciprocal to what they did, and you have to, what did we say? Tell them no. Look what came. They gonna turn to the devil. That don't make no sense. Look. Five of Swords, Knight of Swords. Like I told you, what the Knight of Swords with the front line, with the Five of Swords, the gossip and kill your reputation card with the devil, and then the Page of Wands coming like a innocent young man. Listen, no matter what you do, somebody gonna be mad, man. So you gonna either have people mad at you and have enough for yourself, or not have enough for yourself, and then they'll be happy then. And I'm gonna leave it right there, because you a master. Yeah, and you got the world. You got the world. You got the world card. This was somebody who world finna open up, has opened, and is finna expand, and their heart is full of emotions about it, because you know it's gonna be different, but you don't know how different. But it's gonna be very different, and it's gonna be victorious, and it's gonna be a wild ride. So buckle up. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who need to start planting their feet. Like, plant your feet for real in the ground. Like, dig your little hole and put your feet in there. If you cool, pour a little water on it. And you know what I mean? Grind yourself to these changes that's coming into your life, so that you don't get too far away or too far ahead, or be too much in your heart space. Because when you love, like, you should be nurturing and overflowing with abundance. If you are so full of love, if you are so full of, have this cup of love, and you're so full of love, and things around you, they should be overflowing and fruitful. If your heart is pouring, with water, even if it's pouring with tears, that's so abundant, because it's watering the weak spots, and they're getting stronger. So let the water flow. But here go the thing, it's hard to make. It's hard to make calculated decisions in your feelings like that, and your emotions like that. You have to get control of your emotions. You have to, they don't come first all the time. You have to learn how to be strong enough that you can put, I hate to say it like that. Let me see how I should say it. No matter what or how you feel, you must be functional by society's standard, to the point that you can move around without anybody questioning your existence. I hope that did something for you. I'm Stephanie Chanel. This is Burning Counter Tarot. Guess what, y'all? I'm telling you, it's hot.